everyone, what's going on? It is me, Christine. There is a fall aesthetic. There really truly is. And so this video is just, here are some tips to look more fall in the fall. These tips range from the basics of the basic all the way to just some like extra things. So let's get on into it, how to look more fall in the fall. Let's start with the base. I think a key thing to look more fall in the fall is your foundation. And the foundation of honestly your whole outfit, layering. Layering, you've heard it a ton. Starting from the top, this is when I layer because it is freezing cold outside. I will obviously subtract some layers depending on the temperature. Layer up with a tank top. After that, probably a fitted t-shirt, and then finally a thermal. Thermals are super great for conserving the heat. Going down to your bottoms, I layer with tights. On top of that, I will add on some leggings. If anything, it's super duper cold and I need another pair of leggings on top. That is my foundation. On top of all that, that's when I get creative, whether I want to wear jeans or pants. If I want to layer with a turtleneck, and maybe on top of the turtleneck will be another sweater or a different type of jacket. Because with fall, it's all about that warmth, that coziness. And ultimately, if you feel warm on the inside, you're probably gonna look warm, which ultimately equals looking more fall in the fall. The next tip I have for y'all has to do with your accessories. If you like silver, maybe try out wearing gold jewelry. And gold in general just has a warm factor to it, whereas silver is more cooler tone. Whether it's a necklace, earrings, hoops, bracelet, even the metal on your bags or on your belt, you integrate some gold jewelry into your looks. The next item to look more fall in the fall, on your feet, booties. Boots. If you are a sneaker person, you like to wear your sneakers, maybe invest in some booties or some boots, and you do not have to give up the comfort that, you know, your sneakers give you. There are tons of boots these days that are super duper comfortable, and once again, we're playing off that fall aesthetic. What reminds you of a fall when you think of kind of like a fashion inspiration board? Booties. The next tip I have for y'all to look more fall in the fall is to wear jewel tones. If you don't know what those tones are, here's kind of like a diagram. It's your sapphires, it's your emeralds, your rubies. These colors are much deeper. Not necessarily darker, but deeper. They're richer. The trees even do it, man. They turn from a nice, you know, green, very spring, very summer, into these very rich and deep fall colors. You could literally fill your wardrobe with jewel toned clothing and you will look more fall in the fall. So immediately, if you want to look more fall in the fall, invest in some jewel toned pieces. It could be jewelry even, your nails. The next thing to look more fall in the fall is the color brown. Whether you're wearing brown booties or a brown handbag, maybe you have some great brown wooden jewelry. Imagine this. Imagine a wooden cabin in the woods, and then imagine maybe your downtown apartment with some black accents. What I'm trying to do here is give y'all examples. You know, for example, a brown bag versus a black bag. You think of that warm, that cozy feeling when you see the woods, and then you get more of a modern, clean feeling when you look at the apartment with a ton of black accents. Two very different vibes, the same two different vibes that will come with wearing a brown handbag or a black handbag. So whatever it may be, maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's a watch. You switch out your black band for a brown band. Whether it's the bag that you carry every day, the shoes on your feet, maybe it's a belt to tie in your outfit, try to incorporate some brown. The next tip is to play around heavily with textures and patterns. Since you are playing with so many layers during the fall and winter time, it gives you such a great opportunity to also play with many different fabrics, textures. A big no-no in layering, in my opinion, is to layer with the same fabrics. You do not want to just layer up a cotton long sleeve with a cotton hoodie with a cotton jacket. It's gonna look dull, it's gonna look plain, and you're not gonna get the same vibe. Maybe the next time you go shopping, instead of just getting a plain cotton sweater, maybe get something with a little bit more of a texture. And also mix patterns, mix textures, mix fabrics. Maybe you want to do some denim with some cotton, you want to add in some silk, some suede, some corduroy, just some chunky wool. Whatever it may be, make sure while you're layering to keep in mind all the different textures and patterns and fabrics you could be playing with. Even with an all black outfit, you can have black leather, black suede, black silk, black corduroy, black cotton, whatever it may be. You can integrate so many textures and fabric that are the same color and it'll look fire, it'll look great. So take advantage of the fact that you can layer, and because you can layer, let's try and layer up some different fabrics, some different textures, some different things. My last one isn't really really a tip. It's more just a shout out to my turtlenecks. I have never been into turtlenecks. You know, when you're a kid, you're just kind of like, I don't want to wear a turtleneck, mom. But it wasn't until last year that I have fallen in love with turtlenecks. Not only do they keep you warmer because, you know, you're concealing the warmth around your neck, but they're also super fashionable and they're also a great layering piece. Think about it like this. When we layer necklaces, we tend to, you know, maybe get a choker, maybe one that's a little longer, and maybe one that goes super duper long. We deal with layers. You kind of get the same effect when you are layering your tops with a turtleneck. You're working with layers. Turtlenecks go all the way up like a choker does. You could maybe add a sweater on top of that, maybe a crew neck level. And then on top of that, you could add maybe even a romper that's maybe a little silkier, maybe it's a dress. They're super stylish. They can come in many different colors, textures, fabrics. I love this suede one. It's fantastic. And these are two of my favorite ones. They're from the brand Wind River. This black one I got from my mom's closet. And then this year, while I was thrifting, I found the same turtleneck in this really rich, jewel-toned color. These are my favorite turtlenecks. They're super soft. I personally enjoy the fit very much. But if turtlenecks are too much for you, maybe go for a mock neck. It kind of gives you the same effect, but a little less kindergarten, if you know what I'm saying. Those have been my tips on how to look more fall in the fall. Take these tips as you will. You can incorporate all of them, maybe just one or two. I honestly do quite a bit of fashion videos. I do a ton of outfits of the weeks, so I will link all of those down below, all of my more recent ones. I hope for y'all the best in your fall fashion journeys, in your quest to look more fall in the fall. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you in a little bit.